Hello, this is Rick Morgan.
And this is Nolan Morgan.
And I just want to apologize for being offline for a while. I've been gone. The last 6 weeks I've racked up about almost 70,000 air miles. I've been flying all over the world.
Yeah, totally. Like, this is the first time I've been here for like over a week since like 8? No, not 8. Like maybe like a month ago.
Yeah, it was
so.
early April probably. Yeah, I was in Europe and Africa and Texas and back to Africa again. I'm just traveling a lot.
Get all the places.
Yeah, I don't even know anymore. But the reason for the video today is that we had a follower of the show, Victor, send us this Gator Guard case. Looks like this, and he sent a little card to me. It reads, "Hello from Nashville. Pre-sped the word, Victor." So let's check it out. And so this case looks like it's. I mean, I'm going to go over the website in a moment to show you what it claims, but it feels very sturdy. Yeah. It feels like the purpose is protection more than decoration or display. But I mean, UV and protection and sturdiness is something we want our valuable comics to have. In fact, where's that other case at, Nolan?
Down there.
So I have. It reminds me a lot of this guy, which is the Fortress cases. These I used in the 90s. These things are hella durable. I had my Amazing Fantasy 15 and my Amazing Spider-Man #1 in these for a long time. But I kept them in the dark because they were not UV absorptive, but they were super protective. That's for sure.
You can hit that thing with a hammer. It'll probably be fine.
Yeah, this is like thick cast acrylic. I think these other ones look like a molded acrylic to me.
It looks sturdy.
Yeah, and it really was. I've dropped it several times on accident, so thankfully. But these were great, and they don't make the Fortress cases anymore. And lots of people are making these comic book cases as an alternative to the cheap, super cheap, CGC stuff. And this one has comes with these little colored screws here. You have little inset screws. You can tighten it down, and it's obviously people can break into it, but it's protective. And they come in a few different sizes. But we're going to do a UV test on it, review it, and see what we think. Right, Nolan?
Yep.
All right, well, let's get started. So let's observe the website. It says, screws are not available for individual purpose. We get at the top. Please contact for international. A little scrolling banner here. It says Gator Guard Comics.store. These are called the Gator Guard, and it's the same photo that we have here. It looks like Amazing Fantasy 15, which of course I already like, with a very angry looking alligator, apparently. It says, how do you protect your most valued comics? Commission, key issue, signature, sketches, favorite comics. And so there's some guys sort of rocking out in the background here, which is fun. And a little blonde kid in a case.
Holding the case.
Yeah, amazing case. So it's fun. It's a fun thing. Let's see what we have. Gator Guard cases. And we have ASM 300, and this is that one Marvel's cover here, and some Spider-Man. So I'm already liking it because there's Spider-Man stuff everywhere. But it looks like it comes in 3 sizes. We have Modern, Annual, and Silver Age. And they do say that there's going to be a Gator Guard laser frames to address collectors' requests to accommodate DC Black Label, original TMNT 11. So they're going to have some larger cases coming. But the screw, you can buy the screw colors. They're probably anodized aluminum. You can get several colors, and you can even get clear, which would be my preference probably. Yeah. And you can pick how many cases you want. There's a 4 or 6 pack, and this Spider-Punk one seems to fit these colors pretty well here, and they look okay. So we will try ourselves. It talks about UV protection, 1 pound of rigid molded acrylic. I'm sure that's really great protection. Yeah. And different screws. So, it's not a complicated website, but you can buy the things here, and we will investigate and see what we think. Okay, Nolan?
Yeah.
All righty, let's do it. All righty. All right, so we're going to go ahead and measure the intensity of we're going to zero out the sensor for the UV. And there we go. And we're going to turn on our UV source, which should be about 10 or 11,000. And whoops, actually I'll just turn it off so we can start recording and see the intensity. There we go.
Yeah. 14,000?
14,000. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So let's put this in the middle here and watch to see if it goes back down, right?
All right.
Ready? You filming the screen there? Try to show the screen of the device.
Let's see.
Okay. Sure. And here we go. Put the case in between.
Yep.
And it drops
12,000?
To 11.
Oh, 10,000? Wait.
11,000. So it drops a little. It's not crazy, but it's dropping.
Yeah. Wait, give it a second. Nah, seems to be stopping around 10,000 with the case in between.
So 10,000. Let's take the case out and see if it goes back up.
Betting it will.
12,000?
12,300.
So it does something, at the least.
And let's put it back in.
Yep. 10,000, yeah.
And then take it back out.
So what, 5/6 of what it originally was?
So it drops from about 12,000 to 10,000. So that's about 20% drop. Yeah, that's a pretty steady. I think the 14,000 because I just turned it on. The batteries were a little bit higher. And one last time, just to make sure it goes back down.
Yep, put it in between.
10,000. Okay, so it's about 20%. That's not terrible. It does offer UV protection.
Yeah, it's not nothing, which the Fortress can't say about itself.
That's
true.
true.
Focus too much on defense.
That's true. All right, so let's contrast this with, let's get the intensity of.
That's only 6,000.
Let's go. We're going to append the last data that was here. So let's go ahead and measure the last data, and it's here. I'll bring it a little closer.
Yeah, that might help. Oh yeah.
So there we go. It's like 10,000, and let's use these are my UV slab maxes, and let's see how those goes. 10,400, and let's put this inside and see what it drops to. Show the screen, Nolan.
Okay.
Actually, here I'll just show the screen this way. It's okay. What is it now?
I'll try and show both of them.
Okay, so that's 8,900, and let's put this in between and see what it drops to.
Yep.
It drops to
to
like 120, 130.
It's basically nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. So let's go ahead and look at it as a file, as the data. Sorry, there. So that's what it. And then we'll take it back out. Let's take it back out of here and look. Watch what happens when I take the. So these are my own covers for the CGC cases, but you can put these obviously on this too. You'd really get nothing at all. And then we put mine back in. Show the screen again.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
And that sucker drops to
0. I mean, not like 0, but I don't think like 100 is.
It's
really...
99 out of 10,000. So it's like
it's pretty
effective. It's like
so yeah, these are pretty good, and they're non-glare too as well. So,
I mean, that seems like just.
You can see on the left here that the Gator Guard dropped from about 12,000, maybe 11,500 to about 10,000. And the ImmacuSlab UV, which is not a case, it is something you put on the outside of a case to protect from you, dropped from, about 9,000 to less than 100 for a few seconds. So there's a bigger difference. It's different plastic, and the purpose of this is to not say Gator Guard doesn't absorb UV, because it very much does, but it's more in the realm of normal UV absorption, whereas the ImmacuSlab is heavy duty. UV absorption is not a case, but helps to protect comics within cases. And this is my son Ricky Morgan, who has not yet ever seen these cases. And Ricky, say hello.
Hello.
And for the first time, he is going to give his opinion on just the aesthetics and appearance of these cases. What do you think, son?
Well, I think it feels nice. It looks nice. I like the differently colored nails. It looks very protective, actually. I do feel like this comic book will be very safe in this.
Right, it feels really sturdy, right? We'll try to break them later, of course. But it seems all right.
Yeah, it seems pretty good. I myself would probably trust this to keep a comic book safe, because I don't know how exactly I would not do that. And it seems pretty easy to actually take the comic book out, because you just have to unscrew it with it seems like you only really need a standard screwdriver, so it wouldn't take more than a minute.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's very easy to remove, and it's pretty good. And I think in the future I will drop this with lots of other cases together. We'll just drop them and then do the standard 3-foot test, because I did like that 100-foot test before. But we'll just see how they stand up to it. We'll put this in our library stuff to test, right, Nolan? Right, Ricky?
Yep.
Right, man. Okay. All right. Thank you, son.
You're welcome.
All right. All right, so this is the CGC case. We've learned that these are easy to open and reseal. They may have changed since this, I don't know, but they look pretty good. And I like the artwork. It's optically transparent, looks great. Not wall mountable, definitely not UV protective. Here we have a CBCS case. It is much more secure, not wall mountable, not UV protective. Both of these cases shatter very easily. They don't have any drop protection at all, even at just a few feet. The next one here is the comic capsule. It has moderate drop protection. It is pretty tight for a comic with a bag and board. I don't think you could manage it. It is kind of a frosty color on the back. Is very, very mild UV protection, as you know, not much, but it's like 5 to 10%, and it's easy to get them in and out. It's great, and they hang on the wall mountable, and they look good. I think they look attractive. This one is the comic skin, has our first anthropomorphic alligator of the two brands here. This one is a little better. It takes a lot of drop protection. This thing, you drop 100 feet and it still protects very well. It doesn't even, it's actually reusable. It has an inner skin to it as well. It has a lot of room for all different sizes. It is not UV protective at all, and these are nice. I think they look pretty good. They don't fit in a comic book box very readily. Last one is this one, which is the Gator Guard. Also has an anthropomorphic alligator. Seems very durable. We haven't done the drop protection test quite yet. Looks good. It's moderately UV protective. So there you have it, folks. The one thing I forgot to mention was that as far as fitting in a standard comic book box, only the comic capsule and the Gator Guard fit. The Gator Guard's super tight. It actually is pushing out on the boxes that I have. A little comic capsule fits better. Of course, both of them don't fit a comic with a bag and board on it very easily. And that's, everybody you have to give up somewhere, right? It's okay. I like it. It's a nice looking case. It seems very protective, and that's where the Gator Guard is going to land in our series of comic protection cases. I'm glad it was sent to me. Thank you, Victor. It was great. It's a beautiful case. It looks really good. I like it. So anyway, take care. See you later. Bye-bye.